All right, 2 vlogs to do in the dressing room at the LeBrun. The first one is on music. I haven't really thought about this at all, so this is going to be completely off the top of my head. I'm choosing music for some of my new Star 2s, and rather than explain it to them in an email, I'll do a vlog and post it so people in the future know. One of them asked I think 2 of them asked if the daughter is allowed to pick the music. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's the occasional coach out there that will allow skaters to pick their music. It has never worked out well for me. Other than liking the music, which is what the kids think is the dominant, important quality in their music, it has to have so many other aspects to it that make it easy to skate to. It should have changes in tempo. It should have highlights in the music. It shouldn't drone on at the same beat. It can't be so slow that it's boring. It can't be so fast that the music overpowers their skating. It has to be completely the right tempo, the right personality to suit them. It also should reflect their personality, which they might be capable of picking on, but the few times that I've given kids an opportunity to choose their own music, they've never done a good job. Never. The other thing is, if the music is a 5.5 minute piece and I have to edit it down to 2 minutes, it has to actually have cuts that are available there. It can't be a really complex musical piece with melodies and harmonies mixing together that are impossible to cut. It just makes, it's either going to make the cut sound bad, or it's going to make I'm going to have to spend 3 or 4 hours cutting a piece of music and not getting reimbursed for that. It's just not worth it. Now, that being said, I have never had a complaint about the music I've given my kids. I totally think about their personality and whether they'll like it. If I have the option and I have 3 or 4 kids getting new music, I might do 3 or 4 pieces and let them fight between them on who gets what. But generally, I have, the few times I've even done that, I've had pieces of music in mind for each kid, and they've actually ended up choosing the piece of music that I felt suited them, because that's the one they like the best, because that's why I chose it. This isn't all random. We actually do this based on knowledge and experience and various other criteria that we don't even fully consciously understand. As they get higher and higher levels, I had a problem once with a kid who did a tango solo for her first solo, and it was really good. She did a great job of it. And I was working with another coach, and another coach said, okay, I'll give her different tango music for the next solo. And I was like, no, you don't do that. What are you doing? You have to expand her artistic abilities. It doesn't matter if she skates best to a tango. You have to allow her to try other things. Maybe she's just artistic and skates good to everything, and would have way more variety of movements, of understanding, of expression, of performance if you gave her a chance to express different types of music, completely different. Just because she skates nice and beautifully to a slow part doesn't mean that every music she has from then on has to be slow. You have to mix it up occasionally. Even if they're bad at some of them, you have to mix it up to make them expand outside their comfort zone as far as artistry, as far as presentation, as far as expressing the music. You have to. In the long run, it will end up being much greater benefit for them. That being said, when my kids start getting fairly serious at higher levels, I'd say maybe around the Star 4, Star 5, pre-juvenile level, I actually have a plan in mind as to how to develop their creativity, their originality, their expression, their ability to change tempo and such. And I will design their solos, usually several solos in a row, to make not only best use of what their current skills are, but to expand their skills at a regular, general, compatible rate, to end up at a place where by the time they're competing nationally in pre-novice, novice, they have a really strong repertoire of movement, of body movement, of arm movements, of various types of expression. So you have to understand this is all it's a really very complex process. that was only 4 minutes on it, but I could probably fill an hour of lectures on how to pick music and what you have to look for in picking music, and how you go from solo to solo, designing a training process, development process for the kid. Developing the skater's talent is not as simple as taking a piece of music they like and editing it and giving it to them. It's way more involved than that. Now, that being said, if I ever give music to a skater and they say, I absolutely hate this, I cannot skate to this, I despise it, which has not even come close to happening ever, I would certainly take that under advisement. But I'll first explain my reasoning, my development reasons for picking that music, and hopefully they'll be mature enough and understand enough that they'll accept that.